SSSniperwolf has done it again, and this time she has hypocritically abused YouTube's copyright system to effectively strike this content creator known as One Giant Onion.
Because she's such a large creator, there's not really anything I can do. She has a lot of power, and I don't really have any power over YouTube or anything like that. I'm just a pretty small creator.
Now, the reason why I say this may be seen as hypocritical, because SSSniperwolf has made her money and built her channel off of quote-unquote stealing and reacting to other people's content, and using other people's concepts and ideas to basically grow her channel. Now, the most glaring example of this is her copying of another content creator known as Azzyland, and in addition to this, her content was originally masterminded by her former husband, known as Evan Young, or Sausage, who basically gave her a bunch of ideas and used to edit her videos for her, and even used to fake gameplays with her back in the day. And look, I'm not defending SSSniperwolf's actions in striking this person's channel in any way. However, to play devil's advocate here, the video that was striked by Sniperwolf was a 3-hour-long compendium reaction where the joke was basically watching Sniperwolf until I laugh, which I can only assume involved this content creator, the Giant Onion, or whatever his name is, just staring at the screen with a blank expression and not laughing. Which, you know, you could see that as a funny joke. And I can completely sympathize and empathize with why Mr. Onion might be a bit saddened by this strike, don't get me wrong. But over here on the Murray Zaddy's channel, we have given SSSniperwolf her fair share of criticism, to say the least. There have been many videos that we have made on SSSniperwolf's downfalls. This time, I will say one thing. I don't think you can expect to rip 3 hours of content from Sniperwolf and expect her not to retaliate in any kind of way. And I definitely don't think you can expect YouTube to ignore her copyright actions against you just because she quote-unquote does the same thing.
Now, this was a 3-hour-long video where I watched most of Sniperwolf's content, and the premise was she's not funny, so I'm just gonna like stay there and not laugh, pretty much. It was just like a simple joke, and nothing was intended to harm anyone.
In my humble opinion, blankly staring at her subpar reaction content for 3 hours and then crying because you've been copyright stricken kind of seems slightly disingenuous in my opinion. And we'll get into the video and we'll give the video a fair watch in a second. But it seems that he's using this as an opportunity to sort of play victim to turn over a new leaf on his channel. Now, you'll see why this guy might want to turn over a new leaf in a second as well.
It would really be appreciated if you guys could just do everything in your power to help me and support me. Whether that be just liking the video, commenting, or even reaching out to one of the bigger creators to help and get their support, like Jax Films, for example, Charlie, anyone. It would really help a lot because, like I said, I really don't have a lot of power.
Upon researching this at first, I did feel bad for the guy. I was like, oh no, he's been copyright striked, and no one likes being copyright striked. No one likes getting a strike on their channel. If you've been on YouTube for any amount of time, you'll know that it does have an impact. Whether or not you get sort of shadow banned or whatever is a completely different topic. But again, I'm just assuming. But upon looking at the guy's content, I kind of get the feeling that there's some other motive behind him making this video about Sniperwolf unfairly striking his channel. Because here we have this guy who's been unfairly striked by Sniperwolf, basically crying like it's the end of the world, but he's received 1 out of 3 strikes on his channel. So at the end of the day, his channel is still standing. And again, you could say that there are some deeper repercussions than just having a strike on your channel, like being shadow banned in the algorithm and all this kind of stuff. But come on, man. Look at the content you upload. And look, before you shoot me down like, oh, you're not defending this content creator, SSSniperwolf's the worst, I implore you to go and watch the multitude of videos we've made on Sniperwolf critiquing her. I'm no avid Sniperwolf defender at all. But on one hand, I can see that SSSniperwolf has effectively weaponized the copyright system against this small creator, who has almost 1 million subscribers, by the way. So keep that in mind. But on the other hand, I see this as a stark attempt to gain some notoriety and drive some traffic to his new channel, where he is shifting from making crass jokes to a more commentary-focused style. He seemingly gained his audience from tiptoeing around a certain bad word, which I'm not going to say on this channel, and baiting a certain community into clicking on his vids to see if this type of person would say that bad word, which I'm not going to say on this channel. And he's finally realized that uploading this kind of rage bait and this brain rot type content is not sustainable at all. And now he's turning a new leaf. And you'll see in this video response that he's made, he's linked a new channel being like, oh, in case everything goes wrong, subscribe to my new channel. Bear in mind, he's on one of 3 strikes, so something else shouldn't go wrong unless you've been making the type of content which YouTube wants to strike. Now, take it from me, with his nearly 1 million subscribers, it won't be hard for him to gain enough momentum to build his new channel with his new commentary style videos. And I wish him the absolute luck and best wishes in doing so. I'm not here to shoot that down. It won't be hard for someone who already has an audience to gain that momentum back on his new channel to be making a sustainable income. We also have to take into account that apparently this guy is 17, 18 years old, so he has the time to continue the YouTube grind. And again, I wish him nothing but the best on that. But in my opinion, playing devil's advocate once again, but just like you playing around with fire and being insensitive towards serious topics such as don't expect to not be burned when you steal 3 hours worth of content and try to make another joke. Because in this world, 2 wrongs don't make a right. And just because SSSniperwolf does it, doesn't mean that you can get away with it because you're joking. And all in all, I genuinely think for this Onion guy, for you, if you're watching this, starting a new channel would probably be for the best, because if you're going to complain about being shadow banned by your new strike or whatever, I think you might already be shadow banned for the library of content that you've produced in the past. And I think starting a new leaf on a new page, on a new channel, will be a good thing for you. And that's just my last bit of advice for you, man. Genuinely, again, I wish you nothing but the best. As for an update with the legal situation with SSSniperwolf, we're still waiting until August on news on what's going to happen with that case between her and her former husband, Evan Young Sausage. But now that intro's out the way, let's just watch Mr. Onion's video and you can hear his words for yourself. So here we have One Giant Onion, 921k subscribers. Keep that in mind.
I don't have a script written for this video. I'm just really freaking out right now, and I just need to come on here and say everything that I can as soon as I can. So if I stutter or anything like that, or can't get my words out, that is why. Today I logged onto my YouTube account to change the thumbnail of one of my videos, and I was met with something very shocking. I actually have received a strike on.
Yeah, that's a very scary screen for any YouTuber. I can tell you that firsthand. But if we actually just analyze this, just for a second. Oh no, channel violations, 1 of 2 strikes, overall community guidelines status, warning, all yellow and red. But then you'll notice something else over here. Important notifications, age restrictions removed. After reviewing your content again, we've determined that saying Niger until I mispronounce it is appropriate for all audiences. We've removed the age restrictions. Well, YouTube seemed to have done a good thing for your channel there, so you should really count your blessings.
Now, at first I was really confused because I haven't done anything wrong. Honestly, when I first received this news, I thought maybe I got struck for one of my older, edgier videos. But upon further inspection, it turns out that I actually received a copyright strike from SSniperwolf. She took down one of my videos called Watching SSniperwolf Until I Laugh. Now, this
copyright on YouTube is a very finicky thing, let's just say that. And, you know, when you're making videos on YouTube and reaction type videos, usually you'll be able to get away with it because you'll be able to file it under fair use. And in the UK and Europe, I think it's called something else. I think it's called like fair dealing or something. But usually when you're making these reaction videos, you get away from the copyright strikes by pausing it every now and then offering your thoughts and reviews of the thing that you're reacting to. And then that makes it fair use, because it's then classed as a review of the content. Whereas here, we've got someone who's downloaded, or not even downloaded, probably screen recorded, them sitting through 3 hours, over 3 hours worth of SSSniperwolf videos. If you're any kind of YouTuber with a brain, you sort of think, this could probably get me copyright striked, because I'm sitting there through 3 hours worth of someone's content and apparently not even laughing. You're just going to sit there and you're going to try and make a joke and get away with it. But here you can also notice that he's made this video before disputing the claim as well. So he's instantly got it and thought, it's time to make a YouTube video. And be like, poor me, YouTube or Sniperwolf has unfairly struck in my video. And let me just put myself into Sniperwolf's shoes. Someone has made a video taking the mick out of me and downloaded 3 hours worth of my content and just sat there watching it. Now, say what you want about Sniperwolf or whatever, at the end of the day, it's still transformative to some degree. That's why she's allowed on the platform. That's why YouTube allow her on the platform. You can argue whether it's good or bad or lazy or whatever, all you want. We're not talking about that. Here, we're just talking about the bare minimum rules here. So he's sat there and thought, yeah, this is fine. I'm going to get away with this. Or I should get away with this because I'm memeing. And I'm sorry, man. I just don't think you're exempt from it. Especially, again, if I put myself in Sniperwolf's shoes, I'm looking at it, of course I'm going to strike it. You've downloaded 3 hours worth of my content and you're taking the mick out of me. So, let's just continue.
This was a 3-hour long video where I watched most of Sniperwolf's content, and the premise was she's not funny, so I'm just gonna stay there and not laugh, pretty much. It was just like a simple joke, and nothing was intended to harm anyone, and everybody understood it was a joke. Now, this video has been out for 8 months, and there have never been any problems with it. I wasn't copyright claimed or struck or anything for all that period of time, and now, out of nowhere, she just decided to strike this video because I guess she was upset about it or something.
Now, if you also don't know, here's a little bit of back-end information. YouTube have actually now given this screen on the back end of your dashboard where you can actually see other people who have used your content specifically. So now Sniperwolf can actually manually claim people's videos and watch and see other people's videos. So if I'm scrolling through that page, again, as Sniperwolf, right, I'm going to see, this person's just sat there blankly staring at 3 hours of my content. Strike. You should be defending the little man, Morizani. You should be defending the small YouTuber with 900k subs. I'll get into why I'm not being as lenient on this guy in a second. Because, again, it just seems to me that this guy thinks he can get away with everything because he's making a joke, he's making a meme. But, some things have repercussions. And again, 2 wrongs don't make a right.
And this is completely unjust because, as you all know, Sniperwolf doesn't do any transformative content at all, really. She's a react channel. Sniperwolf is notorious for stealing other people's videos and not crediting the original creators at all. So it makes absolutely no sense that she would take down one of my videos reacting to her. Now,
unfortunately, in the eyes of YouTube, it doesn't give you fair game to do it. If someone else is doing something, it doesn't mean that you're allowed to do it. That's just not how it works, unfortunately. It's not how the world works, man. I hate to tell you. This doesn't make sense. This is so unjust. It's like she steals a load of content. Why can't I steal her content?
Because she's such a large creator, there's not really anything I can do. She has a lot of power, and I don't really have any power over YouTube or anything like that. I'm just a pretty small creator. I may have a lot of subscribers to some of you guys, but I'm nothing in comparison to these huge creators. This channel is my life. I have said
this ability to strike people who are using or file a copyright claim for people who are using your content is being distributed to all YouTube creators. So if, let's say, someone downloads my video and sort of uploads it, I can see that someone's used it. And I can choose to copyright claim it if I want to. So it's not necessarily unfair, or it's nothing to do with SSSniperwolf's grandstanding in YouTube this time. It's nothing to do with that. This time, it just seems like SSSniperwolf has just sat on her computer and looked at it and saw this thing flag up and gone, oh, that person is taking the mick out of me, and they've used 3 hours of my content. I don't want them to use 3 hours of my content taking the mick out of me and not being transformative. Sorry, I might be being too harsh here. We'll have debates about it in the comments.
Dozens of times that I wouldn't be here today if I didn't have this channel, and I seriously mean that. This is my only source of income, and this is my dream job, and I love it, and the community I have here is literally the only thing I have. And I just want to keep making videos on here that people enjoy watching, but right now my literal job is being threatened by Sniperwolf of all.
I have to laugh. It's a sad story, right? It's sad. It's like, oh, I wish this was my dream job. I just want to make content that people enjoy. And can we just go onto his channel and just see what type of content this guy's uploading real quick? I did have to click on them just to check how memey they were. So we've got why racism isn't bad. We've got N-word speedrun. World record. We've got this video ends racism, and let me tell you, it doesn't even come close. You can only guess what's in it. Say the N-word 100,000 times. Santa forgot my N-word pass, saying the hard R. My honest opinion on black people. Here it seems, yes, he's started to try and turn a new leaf. He wants to do commentary videos. He's made a video that popped off about Master Uruguay. He's made a video about Hamza and Fresh and Fit. He's made a video about Dr. Disrespect. So maybe his brain has started to grow. I think he is quite young. Which is fair enough, you know. We all have funny laughs and we all make memes when we're younger. But here when he gives this whole shtick about, oh, this YouTube channel is my life and I just want to make content that people enjoy and I just want to entertain people. It's like, man, I don't have any words for you, man. I don't have any words for you. But let's just continue, shall we?
This is my only source of income, and this is my dream job, and I love it. And the community I have here is literally the only thing I have. And I just want to keep making videos on here that people enjoy watching. But right now, my literal job is being threatened by Sniperwolf of all people. To the people watching, if there's anything you guys know of that would help or anything like that, it would really be appreciated if you guys could just do everything in your power to help me and support me. Whether that be just liking the video, commenting, or even reaching out to one of the bigger creators to help and get their support, like Jax Films, for example, Charlie, anyone. It would really help a lot because, like I said, I really don't have a lot of power on YouTube, and these big creators have so much more power than me, and there's really just nothing I can do in this situation, and it's just a really shitty situation to be in. To everyone who is watching, thank you for making it this far, and I'll do everything I can to keep uploading.
I've got a tiny bit of advice for you, man, and I think you're already enacting the advice, and I've stated this in the intro, just because I wanted to get it out of the way. We see that he's got a contingency plan, and he's got new channel, just in case. Let's see how many subscribers this has already got, because he's such a small channel with no power. He's already got 3.24k. Which is over half of what I've got already. So again, he's got how many subscribers on here? 921,000 subscribers. So he's a small channel, he's got no power, and he needs help from the bigger creators like Jax Films and Charlie and all this kind of stuff. Well, mate, I think you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Just stick on the commentary grind and start making this better content. And again, you'll be fine, man. But yeah, what do you guys think about this situation? Let me know down below. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.